Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mercury Morning News. It's a wonderful morning here, October 10th. It's a great Sunday. You know, tell your girl that they're a 10 out of 10, just like the date. Hit them with the bad pun. It's a great time today. You're listening on Radio UTD, where you can check us out at Radio UTD across the social media board. And as always, I'm Ben Nguyen, the managing editor at the Mercury, with my constant co-host,
Amanda Macedo. Wow, we're here.
The station manager at Radio UTD. So, the latest paper came out last week. It was a great time. We talked about devious licks and other such things. The technology bar opened up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You just never noticed?
Well, the thing is, it was brought up like pre-2020 by Dr. Fitch.
Yes,
so
we did in fact report whenever they first kind of thought up the idea, and then they came out and they finally done it. It's been open for like a week and a half by now. It's pretty cool. You know, my only sadness is they don't actually serve drinks.
Yeah, that's a downer.
Yeah.
It would be cute if they had like computer-themed drinks or something.
That'd be a little bit nice, but I mean, you know, drinks and IT probably don't mix too well.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea. You know, there's a really funny story with this. So, you know where the name technology bar comes from?
Yeah. Isn't it like tech and then knowledge?
Yeah.
Like
No, but do you know who came up with the pun?
Was it Chad?
It was Chad.
Yeah.
So
our king.
So that Fitch or somebody else, I don't remember who exactly was in charge, but they would say, "Oh, we were talking with some student organizations, and they came up with this great pun." And Chad will correct the record, and he will say that he was in fact just talking with them, and he was like, "What if you just call it the technology bar? Like, that's a great pun. It fits so well." And you know, he's the if you don't know, he's the director. He's the director of student media here. And so in a conversation, he threw out the names. They're like, "Great, we'll use it." And so there it is, rightful credit where it's due. You know, I think Chad said he was gonna listen to this later, so you made it onto the show.
Woo!
It's a great time.
UTD history right there.
No, I think it's gonna be neat. They've actually had a lot of people walking up to the bar, like just like a lot of different students and faculty. So it's been really interesting to see.
Is that where they're gonna move the laptop rental stuff, or is that even still happening?
I don't know about the laptop rental stuff. I have no clue.
It would be a nice, location.
That could be an article. You know what? Could figure it out. But yeah, they did move like a printer station there, but it's not actually working yet.
Fun.
So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Oh, and also last minute, there was a pipe rupture. I think it was buildings 44 and 45 on one of the days.
Oh.
And it basically left them just without water for like a whole 48 hours or so. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild.
It's phase...
It was phase 6.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, phase 6. I love having the newspaper right on me. I definitely, no, I just have it all in the mind.
You are the managing editor.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
It's all swimming in there, subconsciously or
somewhere
consciously.
I don't know if this will spark kind of like, hey, maybe we look at the infrastructure and overhaul it type thing, but I don't know. It's all very old.
There are water outages like every other week for my apartment unit. Like this Monday, it's going to be out for like 12 hours
just
for like emergency maintenance. They don't really. That's as much as there's a lot of emergency maintenance that happens.
Yeah. Lots of emergency maintenance. Mm-hmm. It's a shame. Oh, and what is it? Also in our little news column, we were brainstorming headlines, And I threw this out as a joke, and now it's published in the paper, and I hate myself. It's just like...
Ooh, what is it?
Bottles and DHW, H2 no. And it's like the worst pun that I could have ever thought of. And Tyler's like, no, we have to use it. We're too weak to puns here at the Mercury. Like, any pun just immediately gets thrown out. It's already published. It's too late. You can't stop it. You have to make puns, like, really, really bad in order to, like, not get it printed, I feel like, at this point.
But if they're really, really bad, wouldn't they also be really, really good? I mean, I guess... If it wasn't a successful pun, like if they really reached...
There's, like, a limit.
Okay.
To the level of, like, bad dad pun we can go.
Ooh, okay.
You know? There's a limit here. It's around here somewhere. But yeah, have you know, like this article, I really don't care about it, right? Like, I'm sure it's important to people, right? But like as a personal thing, I will never go to DHW again in my natural lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, I got food at home, man.
It's for the youth.
It's for the youth.
For the youth that has to go there.
I mean, like, I feel like other people just go there casually, you know?
Some people do. They did have that, like, there was, like, a deal at some point where if you wore, like, school colors on, like, Fridays.
Yeah. But I think that's still going on. Like, a Spirit Friday thing. But it's just, like...
And if you're a PA, that is, like, a free service. Like, you get a meal plan.
Wait.
For being a PA.
You get a meal plan for being a PA?
Yeah.
And they pay you for being a PA? Alright. Alright, I understand. Every person that's not a freshman going to DHW is a PA. Okay, I got it. Understandable.
Unless you just really like their fries or something. I don't know. I just have...
like, we got a Taco Bell. Like, come on. You know? Like, we got a Taco Bell. We have cheap food options. Wait, it's definitely cheaper than... Okay, well, wait, the buffet is like... It's like $12 if you don't have like a meal plan? Question mark? Somewhere around there?
It's some amount of money.
Okay. I'm pretty sure from when I was writing about meal plans, I remember that like per cost meal plans generally are like $10 to $12 per meal. And so with those $10 to $12, you could get 2 Cravings boxes at Taco Bell and another taco every single time you would have a meal instead.
Did you weigh the
well,
amount?
Look,
because the thing is, you can get a to-go box if you go to the buffet. I'm just arguing that they could get
right,
the most
but
for
then
their
you would
money.
get like DHW food instead of like a Taco Bell.
Yeah,
you could get a Chick-fil-A meal with a shake and also probably an extra entree of nuggets for that amount of money, right? You know, you could spend like $4 of gas money and also go to the Whataburger and get food for that amount of money.
You've really thought this through.
I have not whatsoever. I'm doing it all right here right now.
You just have the numbers in your head?
I mean, yeah, it's like it's about like $12, right? Yeah. I mean, you could do groceries and like just make better food. Your Jewish cowboy friend, he's there. But I don't know. You could do a lot with $12 that's not going to the DHW buffet. You know? Even if you lived in the dorms and you said to yourself, I'm going to spend $12 on every meal, and I'm gonna have 5 meals a week. You can instead spend like $5 per meal at a Cravings box at Taco Bell. Like, I don't know, man. Like, your cost efficiency is through the buckets, man. You can get like fruit at the market. You know, you could. There's so many other options. There's like this modern market spot that you can go to. They have really good sandwiches. They have really good like protein bowls.
We like a protein bowl.
Yeah. And that could be that's less than $12. you know, the only reason you would have to do that is if you are going to hit that buffet and you're going to hit it hard, right? And you're going to eat more than $12 worth of food. And, like, that just seems very unlikely to me. Like, it's DHW food. It's not that good.
They have, I think that maybe the high price is because of the assortment that they offer.
Yeah, they offer an assortment of below mediocre foods. Like, you know, like the price makes sense because it's a buffet, but like at the same time, I would never pay that price. And unironically, with the existence of Taco Bell, nobody should. Like, before it was an IHOP, so, like, the cost efficiency was a little bit scuffed, you know? You could realistically spend that amount of money at the other restaurants and not get enough food to be, like, full. Okay? But the Cravings Box exists at Taco Bell, and they're open until midnight.
That is a good sell. It's
like, right next to DHW, too. And it's next to an Einstein's Bagel Bros. Maybe you just want a bagel. I don't know. You get like 4 bagels and almond honey schmear. Like, that slaps. You know what I mean?
I get it. I'm just...
And then the actual story is that you can't bring your water bottle inside.
Is that the actual...
Yes.
Is that the... Oh.
That's
you
why
got such a build...
the complete pivot.
Oh my!
By the way,
I was like,
the
where
actual
did that
story
bottled water pun come from? Okay.
The actual story is you can't bring water bottles inside.
Are they thinking that people are gonna just fill them up with soda or something?
Yeah. Well, kind of, but also apparently they started enforcing the policy because of like COVID crackdown, basically.
Wouldn't that be better? Because then you're drinking your own water.
I don't know, dude.
Do they think people are gonna like squirt it into the air like mist?
I don't know, dude.
Okay, I'm just thinking.
You know, I think it's something about it's like your mouth went onto the thing and then you might refill it, kind of thing. So like you drink from the water bottle and you refill it, but you know your mouth was on it at some point, and so it could contaminate it.
Okay. Are they... How... I'm trying to...
But you know what can't be contaminated, though? The radio waves right here at Radio UTD, where you can check out all sorts of wonderful shows, Monday through Sunday, all times of the day. You know, right now, most of our shows are running on the afternoons and evenings, but we've got more than a few good radio shows here and there, just like this Mercury Morning News with me, Ben Wenth, the managing editor, and Amanda Macedo. It's a great time here. You can follow us at Radio UTD across the social media board and call us at 972-883-6305. You can, we'll probably do that later though. We're having a good time right now. We're chatting. But I mean, look, you can bring your water bottle in the Taco Bell. Like, come on, man.
That's the sell point right there.
It all goes back to the cheaper, more cost-efficient option. If you're a freshman, you're poor. Unless you're not poor, in which case, I don't know, why are you at UTD? But like, hey, man, like, props to you, but like, I don't know. It just feels like not cost-efficient. You know, I bet you it would actually be really good if they did make like a $5 option at DHW, like a $5 box fill up. They just make something that's really like hearty,
okay,
cheap and hearty kind of thing, like beans and rice and some other
choose
protein.
One carb, one vegetable, one
you
protein.
Don't even have to choose, right? You don't even have to let them choose. You just make the box, and it's like beans, rice, and like a vegetable. And a protein optional.
I feel like protein needs to be not optional though, just for that all around.
I mean, if people are vegetarian, people are vegetarian.
Yeah, you can get protein that's not meat.
Yeah, that's why I already had beans.
Yes, but you said beans separately from protein, so I just wanted to clarify. Extra beans.
Extra beans.
That's your protein.
That's the protein.
Get some pinto and get some chickpea. We're good.
There you go. You got the whole mix. The whole mix getting in there. That's how it goes. But yeah, that was the actual story. It was about you can't bring your water bottle inside or else you just get screamed at or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, man, I have very little sympathy.
Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head. Is it like are they having water pitchers out and that's why they don't want people to refill, or is it just one of those water machines? So, because I'm trying to fathom.
No, it's like a soda fountain. Dude.
So can't you just lower it slightly below the nozzle so there's no contact? Are they worried that people are just putting it straight into the nozzle and it's like touching the rim?
I mean, supposedly, yeah. I don't know, bro. But they got a little check-in station where you can just leave your water bottle there, where anybody could realistically steal it very easily.
Oh.
I bet you $5. You know what? I would eat my hat if nobody's stolen a water bottle from that station. But germs. That defeats the purpose. Somebody has stolen a water bottle from that station. I'll eat my hat if it's conclusively proven that nobody has stolen from that water bottle station.
That'll be your fiber source for the day.
Alright. You know what? If you want to go out and prove it, you're free to do so.
I don't want to prove it. I hope no one's stealing each other's water bottles, but there are some really nice ones with stickers. Like I saw a girl with a Sub Pop sticker the other day.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the promoters that we work with here.
Nice.
And it was just like, nice. I wasn't going to steal it. I just, but there's some rad looking water bottles.
I wasn't going to steal it. Yeah, it's a nice water bottle. Really, really cool. It has,
stickers are great.
It has stickers that I like. And
if you ever want a Radio UTD sticker, when we booth, we do give those out. Just a heads up.
Yeah, of course, man. But what else do we have in this time's paper? Oh, the entire sports page was written by me. It's just all esports.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's a great time. The Overwatch team, we'll dive into it a little bit more after the upcoming promo break. But, in the last issue, I was talking to Hemel, he's the League of Legends coach, and actually, besides the coach check-in, they're bringing on an external coach, like an actual staff coach that's not a student. So that's pretty exciting. That'll be pretty interesting to see. We're getting more coaching staff in recently. Bonnie for the Overwatch team, and now another one yet to be seen, yet to be announced, but it'll be pretty cool. Pretty neat to see. It'll be cool to see that happen. And Comet Clash is still going on. They actually just recently had a deal pop up. There's a boba shop that's willing to take orders from everybody going to Comet Clash and then just deliver the boba to campus.
That is very nice.
For everybody to just enjoy while they're chilling.
You are listening to Radio UTD. You are listening to Radio UTD.
Yeah. And so, it's pretty neat. Having the boba is going to be pretty interesting. But you know what's refreshing like a boba drink? Listening to us right here on Radio UTD. You can check us out every Sunday from 10 to 11 a.m. right here, radioutd.com. You don't have to go anywhere else. This is our home. The Mercury Morning News right now with Ben Nguyen and Amanda Maceda. We're chilling. It's a great time. If you want to check out some more morning shows, we've also got Behind the Screens on Thursdays from 11 to 12 and The Cool Cat's Couch with Ben Jamin from 11 to 12. I hear he's a very cool guy. I hear he's pretty cool. He's got a pretty cool show. So if you want to check it out, Fridays from 11 to 12 is the optimal timing. You can call in at 972-883-6305 and yeah, it's a great time. I can segue into everything. I can segue into segues.
He's getting better, folks. Every day.
Every day I segue further
I
away
am
from God.
astounded.
Yeah. Every day I segue further away from God.
Not too far away. You gotta keep Radio Jesus happy.
Gotta watch the levels.
Gotta watch the levels.
In any case, the Overwatch team is still one of the best Overwatch teams we've ever seen. They just kill people. You know, they're just casually out there winning games, just undefeated scorelines. Like, the only defeat they've had so far that I can recall, maybe they lost to somebody yesterday because they didn't stream the games, so I'm not sure what happened yesterday. But before that, the only game they had lost was to the arguably best team in the nation, Northwood Esports, and it was like close. So you gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for the UTD Overwatch team. It's a banger. Petal has been a great new addition for the team. Everybody else has been coalescing into very cool players. It's been a great time. It's been an amazing time. But yeah. What else do we have in this issue? The Grand Theft Auto. Do you need a refresher on Devious Licks?
We got so fresh on Devious Licks last show.
Yeah.
We went through the whole explanation.
The whole explanation.
Someone probably has licked Tobor. I mean, let's be fair.
What?
If anyone, it was Jonathan, and you know it.
What?
Yes. I'm just saying.
Stuart?
Yes.
Why would
Have you seen the
anyone
Tobor music video? It gets pretty intimate.
That's a look you're giving me right now. You know, that's certainly a look.
Check out the Tobor music video if you haven't already. I believe it's within TV's channel.
Okay.
For that Talking Humans Tonight episode that was the first and last of its kind because COVID hit.
Right.
But I think Jonathan's also got it on his main YouTube.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
We'll go more into Johnny later
Johnny
in this show.
Sure, we'll go into it later. Why not? Oh yeah. Somebody did a piece on like the people that just play piano all the time outside the SU. That's pretty interesting. They're really good, by the way, at playing piano. Like, people that show up out there, like most of the time whenever I see people out there, they're actually just banging good tracks. They're just really good.
It does take some courage to I'm gonna play this piano that's just situated out in public for everyone to hear. You know, it's got to be a little scary to start playing the keys.
I mean, they're just really good at it.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of my high school, which was like an arts magnet. Like, the way they play piano in the mornings reminds me of, the way they play piano here reminds me of how they'd play piano in the mornings before school started.
I mean, realistically, they're just out there, man. Like, props to them. I guess it does kind of help that the piano's already there, right? If you got to bring out your own instrument and find a spot, I feel like that adds a little bit more of a pressure to it. Like, the piano's already there, it's open, it's there for people to play, right? And so that kind of gives like the invitation for you to play. But, you know, there is no real invitation for you to bring out like a trombone and just start belting out tunes in the plant, you know. I don't know, is that even against the rules?
The thing is, you have to rent out the plinth. So yeah, someone just came with their trombone and just stepped on the plinth and started
they just get out their trombone and go like
Undertale remixes. They'd get kicked out, especially if a club assigned for that time. But I think there's nothing against playing in areas that you can't rent. But there might be a noise pollution issue that maybe the club that has the plinth rented out can.
No, they just kind of. There's just a trombone just sitting outside the food truck park. In the evenings, they're just like do 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 do. Just whatever.
I would love to see a trombone just like chained to like a railing or something. So it's
just
like
like-
the community.
It's the community trombone. Somebody steals the slide, just the slide.
And like with like to think about that, even pianos are a little safer right now to have people use, like multiple people use. With a trombone, you need to make sure that you're not,
Yeah.
sanitizing the mouthpiece area. But with a
I
piano,
mean,
you just sanitize
a
your
public
hands.
trombone is a ridiculous idea.
It was an
Like-
idea.
Like
Is it ridiculous?
I mean, the idea is that you would bring your own trombone out, right? That's like the barrier to entry. is what
Exactly.
I'm
So
talking
public
about.
trombone.
I'm not seeing this one. I'm not seeing this one whatsoever.
It's easier to have a public piano. Is the moral of that?
You know what?
story.
You know what? We should just for the best laugh ever. For Radio UTD, you just every day you get somebody out to the piano just to play the lick, and then you record it. You just post it on your socials, and there no captions, just somebody playing the lick, and that's it.
Ben, what is the lick?
You don't know what the lick is?
No, I didn't know what the other lick was last week.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so the lick it's a lick of music. It's a melody that is so prevalent in jazz and jazz improv. You can hear it just everywhere. Like people just belt it out. They let it out, not even on purpose a lot. It's such a prevalent thing that people will hit the lick like improving and not trying to hit the lick. They won't be thinking of the lick. They'll just hit it while improving. And that was like the joke melody that I was saying earlier whenever I was like, oh, they play a trombone and they just go like do 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 do, and that's the lick.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should get that as a station link.
As a station link.
Yeah.
You're listening to Radio UTD. Do 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 do.
It'd be beautiful.
You just cut that out from the episode. That's the link. That's it.
Actually,
That's the link. That's all it is.
Amanda in post, you know what to do.
Oh my God.
We have the audio text.
That's it. That's the link. I should bring in my trombone and relearn how to play it just to play the lick.
Please.
That's our intro to the show now. We get rid of the theme
Yes, that's what we need to do. Again, Amanda in post.
No,
Find Ben.
I hate you.
Find him.
We are not making the lick the show intro. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Is it stupid if it was formed out of wholesome intentions?
It's the lick, man. We're not gonna make it the show intro. We're not. It's the most common melody in all of jazz improv.
So it will be familiar to listeners.
It will piss.
It'll be welcoming.
No, it's just gonna piss off everybody that does the lick. Like,
Amanda in post, you know what to do.
okay. If we come on next week and we set up and you put in the MMN theme and it's just the lick for 16 seconds because you've disguised it,
That's brilliant.
I gave you the idea. No, I hate you.
Unless all the audio texts are
God.
like, no way.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping at least one of you.
Okay. Well, that's that. Oh my goodness. Technically, UTD returned to full densification this last week.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't felt the effects at all because all of my classes went on the exact same. People
Really?
who want to be online are online. People who want to be in person are in person, and that's it. There's been no change whatsoever.
I am not the same.
Yeah.
So
ECS hits different, I guess.
yeah, my two classes are other research labs. That's
Yeah.
just showing up, doing
Sure,
your thing,
sure.
leaving. There's not really a densification issue there because people just come at different times. But for my classes, I'm in one chem and one geology. The geology class has like less than 15 people, so that feels the exact same. Though I don't believe that professor is recording lectures anymore because he's really encouraging people to come to class to get the information.
Yes.
With chemistry, that teacher is so sweet. She is so nice. We didn't have an exam. We had something called an academic celebration, where we just got on a Teams call with her for 10 minutes and explained what we learned so far
And that
in
was
the class.
That was your exam.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So everyone showed up that day.
You know, that'd be cool if all of my classes just did academic celebrations. Just walking to class. All right, class, for today's database systems academic celebration. You right there? Can you tell me what an entity is? Oh, that's easy. An entity is, it's a thing with attributes. Use it to represent, things for your database. Wonderful. Full points. All right, over there, you for this academic celebration. Sing happy birthday. Oh, okay, cool. And then tell me what a relationship is. Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
It was great. So she's been like, oh, I can't wait to see all of you in class and see your faces. So how could you not disappoint her? It's a 40-person class in a 50-person room. So I'm kind of dealing with feeling a little anxious because of the proximity of everyone.
Right.
And luckily she is offering still recording the lectures.
Yeah. No, most of my professors stopped recording lectures a while back, but they still have the online attendance option, basically.
Gotcha.
Is how it goes. Which is fine. But, yeah. That's whatever. It makes sense. I mean,
I think recorded lectures should have always been a thing.
Recorded lectures are nice. However,
because you're paying for the education, you should have access to the lectures. That is my opinion.
All right. Really interesting counterpoint here. How many people listen to the recorded lectures, and how many people use the recorded lecture as an excuse just to not show up? Because there are people like that, right? But how many? The college student is a lazy beast. They like not doing very many things.
Says you. I've used multiple Saturdays of this semester rewatching lectures for the whole day.
Exactly. That's you. But are you the majority?
I don't know,
or the
man.
minority?
I hope I'm the...
I've interacted with many a CS student, and as far as I can tell, the CS student is a lazy beast. They'll just take the time to figure it out. What's a lecture? Who cares? They'll miss lectures all the time. And so, I'm curious. How many people are actually viewing the lectures? But I feel like at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter, right? Because if they weren't going to watch the lecture, then they wouldn't watch the recorded lecture anyway. So the recorded lecture is only a net benefit to the people that were always going to watch. I don't think that having it disincentivizes people from coming to class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's the real take here. Because I know there are some professors like, oh, if I record it, then nobody will show up to class. But, if you record it, then people are going to watch it. And there is an argument to be made that professors want class interaction, in which case, sure, if you feel that it's necessary for the class, then maybe recorded lectures can be a fee. But it is a resource like many other things. So, we'll see how that goes. Right now, we're about to listen to Swiss Franc by Maston with Leclerc. We'll be right back after some confessions and this new music. Well, did you just not program it like that? I thought you had a hard time worker. I see. We'll be right back in about 20 seconds after some confessions and some new music from Maston with Leclerc's Souvenir. You can check us out at Radio UTD across the social media board. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel where we've got pseudo stereo videos for all to see.
And interviews coming very soon.
I listen to the Chainsmokers. but go online and trash talk them all day.
People always ask me what I'm listening to, and every time I say Frank Ocean, but it's not. It's Skrillex.
If you didn't have Linkin Park, you wouldn't have Brockhampton.
I love System of a Down because it's the only band that ever matters. No other band ever matters other than System of a Down. You know, people talk about how they like Metallica and they like, I don't know, Rammstein. Rammstein is good. You know, like I can't say that Rammstein isn't good. But System of a Down blows Rammstein out of the water. You know what I mean? And like, Serge's voice is so good. Like, how could he...
Every day, hundreds of UTD students listen to the same old stuff. Tune into Radio UTD. Quit playing yourself.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mercury Morning News. Yeah, that was almost the talking break from my other show. Right now, you've got Benwin from the Mercury, along with Amanda Maceda from Radio UTD.
Hello.
And now, after we've delayed it for so long, we're going to chat about some music news. Friends of the station and many others. Beecher's Nest and Johnny Appleseed. They had a banging concert last night on October 9th. It was at the Armory in Deep Ellum. And from what I can tell, because I am not 21 years old, it was a great time.
It was so good. Oh my gosh. Like, it makes me so sad that not everyone could come. Like, if it was all ages, this would have 100% been a bonding event, and we would have gotten carpools from, like, the Circle Drive. But unfortunately, it was 21 and up. The one consolation for that was the fact that it was a free concert for those that were 21 and up. And it was a great night. There was a mix of just local DFW musicians. Like, we saw Evan Gordon there, we saw Skirts there. In terms of the acts that played that night, it started off with Johnny Appleseed, who Jonathan Stewart is an alumni of both UTD and this station. You might have listened to some of his shows of the past, like Rad Radio or Skok Show, which has been nominated for a national award. Actually, those announcements are coming up like this week.
Oh, yeah?
That'll be fun to see how they turned out.
That'll be really cool.
And his set was a mix of music, but it really was like a long skit.
Yeah.
He told me he took inspiration from my cardboard crafting because he dressed up one of his friends as a vending machine.
As a vending machine.
So there was a new version of the Tobor song.
Oh, okay.
But with Vindy the vending machine.
Vendy the vending machine.
Mm-hmm. And it got a little violent too. It ended with both of them like on the floor of the stage because like Vindy just like decked Jonathan in the cardboard vending machine thing. There was a dance off involved. Tyler got a diss track via Johnny. That was intense.
He got a diss track. So wait, did Johnny make the diss track?
Johnny rapped a diss track at Tyler.
At Tyler. Future's Nest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Not this Tyler.
No, not the trainee shadowing us in the studio. No. Okay.
But yeah, and the skit ended with our former station manager Isaiah getting vaccinated. Not really getting vaccinated, but that was the skit vending machine number he chose. And that was just the first 30 minutes of the hour. Was Isaiah the vending machine? No, someone else. Someone else was Vindy the vending machine, but like a part of the skit was going up and selecting an item in Vindy the vending machine. They were numbered. It was very much choose your own adventure. And then following that up, we had Reynolds Flow, who I don't believe they are an alumni of this station, but we have, I believe, had a pseudo stereo session with them. This was actually their final show ever. I didn't know that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
So this concert was a mix of, it was Johnny Appleseed's first show ever. It was Reynolds Flow's last show ever, and it was the final act of the night was Future Nest. It was the album release party for All That Sugar Will Rot Your Heart, which released on Friday. And it is a banger.
You love to see it. Truly.
Guess who brought glow sticks?
Not you. Somebody else brought the glow sticks.
How dare you not think it was me? That electro swing dance party of 2020 that never happened. I just had 100 glow sticks
That
just
never
chilling in my
happened.
apartment.
That's right. That never happened.
So I stared at them as I was heading out, and I'm like, is this the time? And it was.
Uh-huh.
Were a few glow sticks broken in the process, and some people got glow stick paint on them for some portions of the night? Yes.
Isn't that unironically toxic?
We'll find out. No one ate it. I discouraged a certain DJ that suggested doing that from doing so. You know who you are. But no, it was I think only 2 or 3 were broken throughout the night, and we did dispose of those pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, no, Clover was making crowns out of the glow sticks and giving them to people.
Nice.
Luna had a nice necklace and bracelet assortment.
Uh-huh.
It was a good time.
21-year-olds locking me out of concerts.
Hey, you'll be there soon enough, and also hopefully the next concert will be all ages, because that would be super rad.
That would be super rad. That would be ideal. So coming on up, we've got a song from Future Nest. Is this from the new album?
It's the first song off All That Sugar Will Rot Your Heart. It's called Found a Way Out. Also, if you are super into lyrics, guess what? Their Bandcamp has all the lyrics for all the songs on it, which I appreciate a lot because this is kind of like a distorted synth pop dark wave album. So
Yes. Listen along. But what's the link for the Bandcamp?
the link for the Bandcamp is futurenest.bandcamp.com. Their album is also on iTunes and Spotify if you are into streaming or buying tracks on those platforms.
Well, listeners, let's take a listen to Future Nest Found a Way Out real quick, and then we'll come right back for the outro. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Mercury Morning News here with Amanda Macedo and Ben Webb. That'll be it for our show today. Thank you for listening. Tune in next time after the next release of the latest issue of the Mercury.
Woo!
We'll talk about the latest stories off of that issue and some more things that might happen in between. Coming on up, we've got some new music from Home Shake and Mild High Club. It's going to be Half Asleep After the Movie. This is a long song.
After
right?
the movies.
After the movies. All right, there we go. And Dionysian State. Dionysian State? Dionysian State? What's our take on this?
I think it's
Dionysian
Dionysian
Okay. State? Could be Dionysian State. That's the idea. Thank you for listening. Any last words, Amanda?
Thank you for tuning in. This was a really fun show.
Oh.
Listen to that new Future Nest album, especially if you really dug that track that we just played. And I mean, audio techs, you know what to do.
You know I hate you, too. Thank you for listening, everybody. And as always, have a great Mercury morning.